Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Sunshine. So, sounds like it's going to be a nice day today, 78 degrees. You know, here in Maryland, I'm sitting here asking, why can't we have like a month of that? But we are going to jump from 0 to 101 like that. That's just Maryland. But I hope everybody slept well or had a good evening. I was just sitting here thinking as I was pulling up the cards. My mind now is so brain hacked by the internet that I don't even think about taking an extra minute of quiet. If I'm doing dishes, I have a podcast on. If I'm walking someplace, I have something else on, an audiobook on. And so sitting down in this chair, knowing that I'm going to relax, flip my light switch, even before I put on the camera, part of me is like, oh, let me check out this, let me check out that. Celine, good morning. So it just kind of makes me wonder about the brain hacking that's going on. I'm not saying that that happens to everybody, but I realize that I am to the point now where I don't allow myself to have quiet moments. So this is kind of important, and anything that's where we meditate or where we take a moment to ourselves, especially in how busy and noisy this world is, part of me is thinking that the brain hacking going on, not that there really is, because it's just all part of capitalism, but the more noise we have, the less actual getting in touch with ourselves, which makes it easier for the brain hacking. It's a cycle. Good morning, Angelina. So that's why I encourage people to do something like this, to find some type of a meditation. I've talked about it before where it's like a light switch, where for me, when I'm listening to the cards, it's like listening to the sounds of the ocean, which reminds me to breathe. And then my body automatically starts going into a different mode. It's funny, I talk about that when I'm doing a class, and I love doing classes, where I start talking about it and I say, and then I listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. And I just like now, I automatically take a breath. So I really encourage people to find some way to just kind of shut out the world for a little bit. And a reminder for yourselves that to somehow or another, that when you hear something, when you tap a bell, when you light a candle, when you sit down on a special group of pillows, that it really helps, I truly believe, to find something that can be a light switch. So, and I want to thank Maureen and Jenny in particular, by the way, for being very generous. You guys have no clue, and you guys are wonderful. And Luce, how are you? So Brand Art Yoga, people in Maryland, go visit Luce. She is amazing. So, with that, and Luce teaches yoga. It's like, that's what I'm talking about, is like finding a way to learn how to do that light switch. So, we are checking in with the universe, seeing if we have like any angers or resentments or anything that might pop up during the middle of the day. And if we do something like this and we hold up that mirror, as I say, the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? If we see that we have some kind of anxiety or something, then if somebody does something in the middle of the day, instead of triggering us, it'll remind us, I think I'm going to take a breath, and we can go outside. So, I know where my feet are. My feet are sitting flat on the floor, and I'm rolling my ankles because that feels really good, and my butt's doing the kitty dance. Because that's nice and relaxed now. And then checking in with the shoulders. That's another habit. It's like, it makes me think about where's my shoulders at so I can look at other people who are sitting across me. And I ask, where are your shoulders? And then the neck. Doing all that makes me just want to ask, when's the last time you took a breath? So, but this is our chance to check in with that universe. So, how are we going to do that here? Well, I personally, with you, am going to make our 3 stacks. It's like each one's a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This conversation will be a totally different path from this one. And the question is, which string do we want to pull? So today, let's take the bottom one, which I like to think of as things underneath that might be influencing us, and we don't even realize it. And I am going to do our 3 in 1. And of course, as I always say, it's like even after all these years, it's always exciting taking that breath and then flipping over the first card, seeing where it's going to take us. So the first card today. Well, so this is interesting because this is the stack that I don't do reversals in, and I just noticed that there are several reversals, and I have no clue how they got reversals in this one. But I'm going to throw out there, as I always say, there are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Everything's an omen. So for today, we accept, the fact that, hey, this is something unusual. So now let's pay attention, because we have we have the 7 of Wands. And as we're looking at this, it's like Jenny knows what this is, because because she does amazing pictures of cats. And I always call this particular card the herding cats card. Right to the point where I see somebody here trying to herd the cats, and I just imagine these are cattails. So 7s are about progressing forward, right? When we're looking at the numerology, 7s are about progress. 7s are the potential, the drive, the ambition. Let me get that straight. Because progressing forward is the 8, where we're almost to 10. So think of this. We're at the 7. We are more than halfway through the numerology. And now we are lining up our ducks in a row because we want to get to 10. Wands are our creativity, our passion, our drive, and our energy. So sometimes when we are moving to a goal, sometimes as we're just going through life, sometimes things just don't seem to line up, right? So this is those mornings where we get up, maybe ignore the alarm, and then we don't even put on the correct shoes. Look at that. It's just one of those days. And it's reversed. So in particular, it's kind of looking at those things. What is the old saying? There's 3 things that we can't control: people, places, and things. Well, this person here, they're working to do that, but when it's reversed, it really is that feeling where there's things that we just can't control, and it's frustrating. And so when we think about this today, when we're looking at this, again, it's not a major, it's not a big thing. What kind of things can't we control? Well, we can't control traffic. We can't control our children sometimes. We can't control our projects at work because we want to get something done and something. So this is just things that kind of like just irritate us. We want to do something and we're not able to because something irritates us. Because minor cards are just day to day. And then we go to the next card, which is the King of Coins. Now, kings are the adulting cards. Kings are when we know that we have to get up, we have to go to work, when we know that we need to take care of stuff around the house. And coins are the element of earth, so that's home, health, finances, all the things that keep us grounded. And again, it's plain and simple, when we get frustrated, how well are we taking care of the other things around us? It's just one of those things that we all go through. It's not the bears in the woods that we worry about, it's the mosquitoes. And this is kind of a spread so far that's looking at what are the little mosquitoes that are just there's a couple phone calls I need to make. It would be so simple to do. There's sending out a contract for a event that I've got coming up. It's like, oh, I forgot to do that yesterday. It's the little mosquitoes that just seem to compound. Then we go to the next card. And this card seems to pop up a lot. It's the Queen of Cups. So, queens are the element of water. Queens are our compassion. Queens are our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. And cups. Cups are the element of water also. So that's our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings, and our compassion. You put those two together, and with the court cards, in case people haven't heard this a million times already, it's not male energy and female. It's it's not male and female. It's masculine energy, feminine energy. I can have a strong Queen of Cups energy. For other people, I find that to be easier, but for myself, I am my own worst judge. So this could be about somebody in our lives that's not doing what we want. It could be about ourselves. But what it comes down to is how much compassion can we show instead of frustration, instead of anger. We can take the king. Kings are the element of air. Kings are the adulting. It's our thoughts. It's all the things that from the neck up. And we can react to things that we can't control. We can get angry. We can point at something and impose our will on it like a king would. And yet nothing happens. But when we're the Queen of Cups, this is about acceptance. This is about seeing things through the eyes of compassion. It's about being able to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what, this is just one of those days. Maybe I need a pass. Looking at the person who might be frustrating and say, you know what, it might just be one of those days. Maybe they just need a pass. And that's how the Queen of Cups reacts. So let's see what the advice card is. Now here is our major. This is our destiny card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So that means it's like getting prepared for a new chapter. So somehow or another I got it in my head that with the Wheel of Fortune, I can't wait to write a book. Because in my mind, when we're about to start a new chapter, it's not a new book, but this is a major point where we need to prepare for. I truly believe the last two sentences of the chapter that we are finishing will affect the next two sentences of the next chapter. So if we're looking at this spread and we're looking at it through the Queen of Cups, and we can say in our last two sentences that, and then I saw it through the eyes of compassion, and I forgave myself, and I forgave the other person. Can you imagine how that next chapter is going to start. Next chapter is going to start with, after ending this situation in a positive way, and then you can continue on. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I truly believe that if you do the next right thing, you get the next right thing. You do the next wrong thing, you get the next wrong thing. We're spinning the Wheel of Fortune, but we are not bound by destiny. We are bound by how we react to that future. So this is an absolute acknowledgement of our frustrations. We can stop here at the king and just be angry and try and prove a point by saying, you know what, it's my way or the highway. I'm the king here. And I'm frustrated and I'm going to take it out on you. Or we can look at it the way the queen would, as she's saying, this is an important moment. We may not see it because each one of these things is just a small step that compounds. One small bit of frustration leads to the next bit of frustration, and it can grow. Or we can say, through the eyes of compassion, let's defuse this. Let's give this a pass. Let's turn the page. And let's see what the Wheel of Fortune has for us. So, with that today, as we hold up that mirror, just remember that Queen of Cups energy, and I'm definitely taking that with me today. Thank you all again for everything. Jenny, Maureen, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Everybody, have the amazing day. I'm going to be back here again tomorrow as I work towards 1,000 videos. Oh my gosh, I am like so close. It's like within the next month, or next 2 months, I'm going to have 1,000. So, take care. I will talk to you all tomorrow.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate.